Hello, everybody here on TikTok and YouTube. Hey, listen up. If you don't want your face to be shown, you don't have to show it. We're going to talk about the third stimulus check because it's imperative that we know what's going on with that. I mean, I'm trying to get paid. Are you trying to get paid? Shoot, I'm trying to get paid. Who's ready for that little stimmy? All right. Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. All right, Bruce is hopping on. I absolutely love doing Zooms in the morning. Hi, Bruce.
Hey.
What's up?
How are you?
Good morning. Oh, wait, hold on. Bruce?
I'm here.
Okay, perfect. I got the mic so everyone can hear you on TikTok.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Let me know if you guys can hear Bruce. Yeah, so let's talk about the stimmy, man.
All right.
We're gonna probably have to do a share screen so we can find out the real facts. Listen, I don't know everything. I'm just a hostess with the hostess. But it's very prevalent in the news today that we are going to get the stimulus. It's going to happen. We're going to get a third check. And I don't know about you, but it really helped me out with my bills. Just to catch up, right? Good morning from Montana, what is your name? Bad Bear 421. Hello, welcome to the Andrea Show. We're having a morning Zoom party where we're just going to talk about the stimulus check. And I'm so sorry, my whole family's on. That's great. Okay, great. Goodbye. Everybody in my house wants to be on the Andrea Show. All right, so let's see what's going on here. All right, let's see here. Let's go here. What else you got going on today, Bruce?
Today is, well, I was supposed to be going back to Virginia today, but no, so I wound up having to extend till Monday.
Oh,
so
okay.
I actually have the whole weekend off, so I'm just like, doing nothing. Probably go up to the Bronx, do some grocery shopping. Just a good day. But I do like how you're talking about that stimulus check because there's so many people that it can help, and there's so many people that need that safety net, and it's just so many people that think that like, okay, well, it's academic to them because they don't need it. But to the people that need it, we need to, they need to go ahead and pass it. I joke about it, but I could go without it. But, there's just
it's not about you, it's about us, right?
Yeah, the people hurting,
Yeah.
and stuff.
And that's what I don't understand why some people don't think about it. Like everyone in society that's a conservative says, I don't want handouts. Well, then don't take it then. Then it's not for you. You don't have to accept a handout. In fact, you can take it and give it away. How wonderful would it be if somebody who didn't need a stimulus check, right? Even though they're not going to just give you a stimulus check if you don't need it. You actually have to qualify. Can I make that very clear? You got to qualify in order to get a stimulus check. So if you are saying that you don't need a stimulus check, yet you got one, then there's something that you lied about pertaining to your tax returns.
Sure.
Right?
I mean, people do it all the time. They're like, I without naming some folks, but I had some relatives that used to borrow children from somebody else because they didn't want to pay taxes or something. I said,
that is ghetto.
It really is. I don't know. It's like, yeah. Why would you do that? I was like, so I've always, my whole, I've always just tried to do what was right.
Right. On that note, we should play a game. See, I have 5 brothers and sisters. We always play games like this. We should play That's So Ghetto.
That's so ghetto.
So if you guys have any scenarios where that's so ghetto, let me know and we'll talk about it. But yeah, putting your kid's name under the taxes or claiming other people's kids that ain't yours, That's so ghetto.
Ghetto. That's right.
All right. Let's see here.
I got one. I don't know if it's ghetto though. I read about two young ladies. They were, of course, down in Florida, and they had gotten the first COVID shot because they dressed up like old ladies, whatever. And then they went back the second time, and they were trying to get the second dose, and they were like, "These aren't old ladies." That's so ghetto. But I don't think these were ghetto participants, but that, that's always,
Yeah, I hear you. That's so ghetto. That's what's up. So let's see here. I'm only using CNN because I'm not using Fox Network, because we know that it's a right-wing network, and obviously I'm a leftist, obviously. So I'm using CNN. But again, if you guys have any sources you would like to throw my way, just to have a, more of a reference, we can do that. But right now I'm just going to use CNN. All right, if I could find it. They got so many freaking things going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Is it this black trans activist is fighting to shield her community from an epidemic of violence? Dang, what the heck is going on? Let me see where I can find it. Do you see it? I think it was over here. Sorry. Let me just do it like this. Third, which is probably.
I got another.
Can you believe that? Did you see that? That's so ghetto. When I put third and automatically Google put stimulus check, it's like.
That's so ghetto.
That is so ghetto. You spent third? Like, there's that many people looking?
I got one that's so ghetto. It's like, okay, say you're getting ready to go drive somewhere, and you got issues with your license, whatever issues. So you use your cousin's license, and you get stopped by the police, and it works out. You get a ticket and all. The police don't really know who you are. You use your cousin's license. That's so ghetto.
Yes, that is so ghetto, using your cousin's license. Man, you can't pull that car with me, though. Not all black people look alike. Or do we?
Well, I don't know that if we're so, if that we just look alike, but you have them cousins, family members, I imagine you and your sisters, you guys look,
Yes, and she used my ID. Yes, yeah. Because she's 13 months younger than me, but been in the club. Okay? That's so ghetto, using your family's ID. How about borrowing sugar from your neighbor? I mean, that's so ghetto. It's like, sugar costs $2.50? I don't even think I even seen sugar cost more than $3. It's like, $3.
If you get ready to make you some Kool-Aid and you don't have any sugar, you need some sugar. So what do you do?
My God. And so our friend Lubu42, even though I know it's Don, my ex-coworker, he said, that's so ghetto. I just had Domino's for breakfast and didn't warm it up. That's so ghetto. That's cold pizza. I can't do that. I cannot do cold pizza. All right, so let's see here what's going on with the third stimulus check calculate. Congress is working. Oh, dang it. We are, my mic is running out of battery. Let me turn it off real quick. All right, so that's set. Congress is working on a third stimulus check plan to include. Hey, Bruce, you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, perfect. Congress is working on a third stimulus check plan to include in President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief package. The House Ways and Means Committee has already approved legislation to be included in a larger budget reconciliation bill that is expected to be passed by the full House before the end of February. Once that happens, the reconciliation bill will be sent to the Senate for approval. Democrats hope to have a final bill that includes another round of stimulus checks. Yes, thank you, Democrats. If you get one, thank you, Democrats. Passed by both chambers, that includes another round of stimulus checks passed by both chambers of Congress and signed by the president no later than mid-March. So mark your calendars. I don't know if you want to read, Bruce, let me know. we're just trying to scan through here. Although it's subject to change, the legislation already passed by the House Ways and Means Committee would authorize another round of $1,400 stimulus check for each eligible person, $2,800 for couples, plus an additional $1,400 for each dependent. For all you mothers out there that had 5 kids, man, that wasn't a bad move. I'm just saying. Yeah. But right now, because you know what, you can take that money and buy a house.
Do you think that it should be like, okay, well, all right, you know what the intent was to get people $2,000 or $3,000 or whatever, but if you got like 5 or 6 kids, do you think it's fair? I mean, do you think that's like too much?
I do, because you want to know why, Bruce? And that's actually a good question. It's because I'm a mother. I have 3 kids, and sometimes in families we have maybe 2 husbands. You know what I mean? Like, you got another round, and so like my older kids are older, and I had 1 kid from my new fiance, and I would have had another one. I would have had 4 kids or maybe 3 kids by him. I do believe that some of us do be living multiple lives within our lives. So, and not only that, the circumstances of the family structure affects that. Maybe there's a missing father. Maybe you're a single mother with 4 or 5 kids. Sometimes you adopt kids. You really got to look at every scenario. But not only that, kids are freaking expensive, point blank, period. So if you got 5 kids, you probably need the break anyways, financially and mentally. I mean, to be honest.
I
You really got to take that into consideration. I mean, they're still kids. They're still existing. They have a social security number. They're American citizen, and they have needs. And $1,400 is not a lot of money. I'm telling you, it is not a lot of money. That's why a lot of people are like, Andrea, why are you always trying to push real estate, whatever? Like, I'm going to get a commission if you chose a house in freaking Virginia. I can submit I could do a referral, but it's like 1% or something. But my whole point is this. If you invested in something that over time is going to give you an ROI, it will be the best investment you ever made in your life, instead of wasting $1,400 on a car that depreciates, even though you do need a car, okay? But you don't need to get a brand new car if you had $1,400 and you don't have a car, right, Bruce? I'm just speaking facts here. Right. You get something that's used, something that's not going to throw you over. Once it's paid off, then you can save up your money and then buy a house. But the mere fact is, 90% of our money usually goes to our house or mortgage or whatnot. So why not invest in that so that you can get a return eventually, if not, immediately?
I have a friend's sister who's been living in the Maryland area. And I always, when she came in, she was just talking about her, condo and where it was and this, that, and the other. And then, of course, like COVID hit and stuff like that. And this wonderful condo, it has mice. She has mice coming under the door.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she's all scared. But what I thought that, when she came to the area, I don't understand why you didn't buy a house. Because like, say you're in that house for 4 or 5 years, now you sell that house. Because, all houses in Maryland and in that area, they are all, they appreciate it. You would be making money. So I don't understand that, people don't buy houses, they rather rent somebody's, thing, and then they're there, 20 years. Well, I live here, and you've been renting that house for 20 years or renting that apartment for 20 years. And look at what you have at the end of the 20 years.
Nothing. They don't have anything.
That's right.
And when they died, listen, my grandparents lived in a condo in Hawaii for over 20 plus years. Both my grandparents died there, and they had really affordable rent because they were there for so long. And this building, 2 blocks from the beach in Waikiki, most visited town, I think, in the world. Like, it's just, Waikiki is overpopulated. Beautiful, beautiful. My grandparents were paying like, what, $1,400 a month, and everyone around there was paying like $4,000 or something because they never flipped their apartment. But my grandparents died. They flipped that house and sold it for $400,000. It was like my grandparents would never even live there. Okay. So who really won? You know what I mean? So my whole point is this: invest in yourself. If you're getting a stimulus check and you do got 5 kids, you don't want to waste that money. You really got to think, you're not going to get a hand. I mean, it is a handout, but is it really a handout when literally every time you work, the government takes money from you? Yeah. It's not really a handout. I really wish people, especially conservatives, stop saying it's a handout. It's not a handout. This is our hard-working labor money.
It's your money. It's your money.
It's your money, right? And they do get, if you make over a small cap, then they take it. So if you're actually getting money back, it's because you need it. Okay, so that's the only thing I have to say about that. Think about what you're going to do with your stimulus check. Don't just blow it, okay? To things that don't last. You put a down payment on a house. I'm telling you right now, most times when I do rentals, especially in Connecticut, it's freaking expensive. You need 3 times the rent. Okay, it's going to cost you $5,000 to $6,000 just to rent a apartment in Connecticut. Inventory is real low. Lucky if we could even find it. And then they still want you to have excellent credit and no loan. It's the same scenario, and no loan to debt ratio. Real estate agents have been doing that. Usually the same criteria it takes to buy a house to rent. But the difference is no ROI if you rent. It's something to consider. Let's see here. We have a friend here. I'm putting all my money in my business every dime. I mean, that's great. You're investing in yourself, and sometimes people are like, why are you going to invest into marketing? Well, if you know anything about marketing, sometimes it takes a while to build up. Okay. So if you farmed your town, I don't know what you do in your business, Big Pocket, who is our friend on TikTok, but you have to continuously get the word out there. I mean, do you see all those advertisements in your mailbox? They continue to put it in your mind that you're doing it, so that when you walk past them or something, you're already programmed or something. I don't know, but marketing costs money, and you got to do it if you want people to know who you are and what your business is. So I think that's a great investment, to be honest. I thought about having a billboard. It's like $1,000 for 3 months, but do you know how many people drive by on the freeway that can see you?
Quite a lot. I have a lady that does my taxes. I've been going to her. I got an advertisement from her, let's say 12 years ago. I started going to her, and I went, for 12 years. Then she sold her business to H&R Block. Well, she got it back from H&R Block. She called me directly and said, hey, come on, like that. So I liked her. She got a little expensive. H&R Block is a little expensive.
Yeah, they are, but they are good though. I like that they keep my files.
Yeah, they keep your files. So yeah, I like that. And then if you get in trouble, then they'll go, they'll give you quote unquote legal advice. They really don't necessarily help that much, but something, when you're dealing with the IRS, any kind of help that you can get is
especially representation. And they charge you for every call, $500 an hour. It's ridiculous. Bronx Warlord, Lord, remember when I told you guys I got a friend here that calls it a stimmy? Well, Stimmy Man is here. He said, I put my stimmy check now. I'm bossing it up. What did you, Bronx, what did you flip your stimmy with? I told you to stop calling it a stimmy. Ugh. But, I just really hope that conservatives can understand that, not everybody got a head start historically, you know what I mean? So, to sit there and make Black people or people of color feel guilty for, we're not handing out anything. Can I just say this? Black people freaking work in this country. Stop saying that we don't work and that we're lazy. That's bullcrap. Yeah. Right? I just want to freaking tackle down all of the stigmas that they be pushing out there on TikTok and in the world. We're lazy, we want handouts, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, we don't. We work, this is our tax money, and the government is instead of taking it, is giving it to us. You got a problem with that?
Yeah. I mean, with all this, it just costs more, say like you want to send your kid to school. Well, don't wait on the school to provide masks and gloves and PPE. You do it as a parent, take a little bit of the stimulus money and say, hey, we're going to get some masks. Every car that you have, you should have, every child, you should have a pack of masks, in reserve. No, we're not going to open these up. These are just in case, like that. To teach them to be ready, and stuff like that. Because it's scary, sending them back to school. You're like, little kids, they don't want to keep masks, and little kids like that.
Right. And our friend here, Uplift 365 Custom Apparel said, in fact, this country was built on the backs of our ancestors for free. And, but then they'll say, but it wasn't you. But it's like, but that was my great-great-grandmother though, or my great-great-grand-uncle or something like that. It don't matter if it wasn't me. The fact is the institutions and systems built today were not made to benefit Black people. You have to consider that. You know what I'm saying? And even if we didn't do it, we should inherit the money, the time and hard labor that they put in this country by blood. That's our family. I wish that they had documents. I bet they do. I bet they have every document of slave that was in this country. And if you can be attached to any slave that was built the White House or something like that, yes, I should inherit my great-great-grandparents' hard work. Yes. Why not?
Well,
and let me say this real quick first, and I'll let you talk. There are other races that already got reparations.
True.
So, go ahead.
There are colleges and universities in the District of Columbia that, they sold slaves in order to buy or finance this college. And so now the college is allowing, the family members or descendants to go, to the college or university. I thought that was really good. I mean, it's a debt that's still there. Whether you pay it or not, the debt exists.
That's right, Big Pocket said they give everybody reparations of Blacks, and Lucky Charm Girl 22 said Georgetown University is one of them. Oh, what does the Georgetown University do? I'm sorry. Do they what do they do again, love? Please let me know. Lou Boo says John says Brooks Brothers made money from slaves, but they are still active today. And I saw Candace Owens and some chick from Zimbabwe say, well, only 2% of people living today own slaves. But I'm like, so you're telling me there were slave owners living today? So wouldn't there be, could it be possible that there are living slaves today? If there's owners, I'm sure, right? We should find out. But either way, it's not right, and it wasn't that long ago.
My thing is that, like, I guess it's Switzerland, where they were, the banking laws, where the neutrality of the banking laws. If they, even today, if they're showing, money from back in the Holocaust and money that was taken and all that, they're getting that money back. That money is going to, Jewish institutions and different things like that. So, just because it's been a long time and stuff like that, that debt is still owed. That debt won't go away. That debt America owes people of color, the descendants. Now, do I need my 40 acres and a mule? No. Take my money and put it into programs like, historically Black colleges, or, to help the generation of today with trade schools and different things like that. And I think that's how you help people to get ahead. And the only way we're going to get ahead is through education. And that's what we need. Education is an obstacle for so many. And we've got to figure ways to, to be able, like, I love it when I see like you were showing your nails earlier. Well, a nail technician, she can make a lot of money. Somebody doing cosmetology, they can make a whole lot of money.
And you know who they make most of their money off of?
Off of us.
Hair, nails, food, and I honestly would never want to hurt my Asian brothers and sisters' businesses, because I'm Asian culture. I grew up in Hawaii. I love everything Japanese. I'm talking specifically, if I could convert to being a geisha or something, I swear to God, I love all things Tokyo. I even speak Japanese, not fluently, so don't come at me with everything. But what I want to say is, we put so much into their businesses. I would like to see our Asian brothers and sisters in this country really give back to the Black community. I'm not playing no games. All the hair that we buy, all the clothes that we buy, we are major consumers, and they are major capitalists, I think. And they really capitalize on the Black dollar. And I just want to see, can the Asian businesses that we fill their pipelines with, can they start contributing to Black colleges or something? Do something.
I agree. Even if it's no more than, you know, something that my father-in-law said to me once a long time ago. He says, do business with people that treat you right. And he was mostly talking about that my father-in-law would never ever buy like a foreign car. He always bought like American cars, and he always bought like Buicks and stuff like that, because he said, hey, you know, they treat us right. And it made a lot of sense, you know. Don't do business with people that treat you like some of the Asian stores. And like being from California, you go into a different store and they follow you around like you're going to steal something. And I'm like, man,
yeah, hurry up and buy it.
Yeah, I'm not going to steal anything.
What was that movie called? Long food. Thank you for drinking something with a wing. What was that again?
I know what you said. Yeah.
Hurry up and buy it. I've never understood this strike. You say Jersey girl Bob, a girl who's doing it. My friend, a woman. I'm sorry. Who's really doing some great things here on TikTok. So in New York City, there is a drastic disconnect between the Asian community and the Black community. I've never understood the strife. Wow, I'm gonna have to check it out because I ain't that far away. But what I want to say is, Black people and Asian people, we just have like, I don't know. There's like, it's like with Mexican people. It's like we have so much culture that we have a lot of respect for them. But at the same token, you know what I mean? I just think they need to start speaking up a little bit more about what's going on. And they do. I'm not saying that there aren't advocates in the Asian community, but what I'm saying is they know how much we contribute to their stuff.
That's right.
They know.
And we got to speak up for them. Like, you know, how.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the stigmas.
Recent violence and stuff. And if you look,
yes.
A couple of people that have been doing it have been, you know, like African-American sons. And I feel so bad, you know, I like here, you know, somebody's in their 80s. You know, this could be somebody's grandmother. It could be, you know, say your grandmother, all women are your grandmother. And then you're going to push this lady down.
That's sad. That's got to stop.
That's got to stop now.
Yeah, you said don't drink your juice in Central, South Central. Yep, that was it. Hurry up and buy. It was regards to saying, I heard that Georgetown youth sold slaves to pay off their debt. That's sick. Yes, I mean, chattel is real. So anybody that even talks, okay, about the slave era without some type of empathy, you know what I mean? Like, you cannot detach that, although it wasn't us, it was our family members of that time, okay? And I just wish more Black people would start bringing the pictures. My great-grandmother just passed away in Alaska. But I swear to God, if I can get to my cousin, who probably owns everything that she has, because she probably just gave it to him because he was the favorite, I swear to God, I'm gonna dig deep. And I promise you, my great-grandmother was, she was like in her 90s. I'm telling you, her mother's mother was definitely a freaking slave. And my great-grandmother just died. So, you know, we gotta start showing that this isn't just people that we share skin tone melanin with. This was our family that were slaves, were chattel. You know, it's the looseness of concern is in the confidence that they talk about. You know, well, that wasn't you, and were you ever a slave? And it's just like, it's just appalling. Would you ever go to a Jewish person and say, "But were you in the Holocaust?" I mean, it makes me freaking just on a whole nother level pissed. Like, I would never go up to any culture. Would you go to American Indian today and say, "But was it you in the Trail of Tears?" You know, if people are gonna start using whataboutisms, okay, there's another flip to the coin. But we would never do that because Black people aren't petty like that.
Even the word Holocaust, it is forever, you know, like reserved for the worst atrocities of the worst. You can't just say, well, you know, because, you know, it's like they own that word, and they don't, you know, they don't let that word be associated like orange juice. Well, anybody can use the word orange juice. It's a generic term, but you know, the Holocaust, and I think of the Black Holocaust. I mean, it's real. You know,
right? Yes, slavery was the Black Holocaust.
The Black Holocaust.
And I never. That is so wow. Way that you say, because that's what it was, man. We died. We were raped. I mean, there was a story that I put on my TikTok of a African American woman, or it might have been a white woman. I don't know. I think it was African American explaining about she's alive, and so it's like a video, and she explains how in the house. She pissed the lady off of the house, the slave owner's wife or something, and he put her on an orchard tree or something, and tied her up and beat her, and put her clothes down. I mean, could you imagine being naked like that? And why did you have to take her clothes off? One, and beat her until she probably didn't even feel nothing. Like, you guys, people who make light of slavery. I'm sorry, I try not to get emotional, but it really is infuriating. Because listen, even Oprah would get, emotional sometimes. It's just infuriating that people would minimize or make light of TI, of something that is really not, it was really, I don't know, what is the word I can think of, Bruce? I don't even think there's a word to describe what was allowed. In this country.
It's just horrible. Look at the fact, like you love your children. If you could ever imagine, all of a sudden, was it your TikTok that was like the worst day for slaves was January 1st because they didn't know, because they could be sold off or your children could be.
It could have been. I've done so many TikToks.
And I was like, I never thought of it. I was like, oh my God, that is true. So. That the whole it's just horrible. People.
It's horrible. I mean, I can't even imagine that story that was told, and the lady said, "I remember." I think it was an African American ex-slave, and they recorded. There's recordings of slaves telling stories about what happened, and the mere fact is that Black people during that time felt demoralized. You keep telling someone that they're stupid. You keep telling somebody that they're nothing. They start to believe it. And that type of mentality was pushed into our communities for centuries. And you think because the, laws changed and things got a little better for us and a few people got into the 1%, that there isn't some type of huge effect from what happened for years. I mean, that happened for centuries. And how long ago was it since the Jim Crow law? It's only been 50 years, something like that. It wasn't that long ago. I mean, it's almost as like you beat, if you were in an abusive relationship, right? And you beat her every day, until she was, I don't know, for 50, 60 years, and then said to get over it. How insensitive are you? So I really think all conservatives really need to be pointed out, especially Black ones that have hopped on the bandwagon, okay? And should really be shut down for saying anything offensive, with slavery, the Holocaust. Even Candace Owens said something about the Holocaust, and she offended Jewish people. They're like, I can't believe, she was like, it wasn't that bad. Like, what did she say? Hitler being a nationalist? I mean, if it wasn't that bad, everybody was like, what? Incomprehensible and indescribable a tragedy. Thank you, Anthony. You took it right up. Thank you. Yeah. So anyways, this is about the stimulus check. I'm gonna, I gotta go show houses today. Please understand that it's not just about a stimulus check. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people have to feed their families. It's about, making sure that we're good, okay? And it's not a handout. It's tax money that gets taken from your check since you started working. I started working at age 14. They've been taking money out of my check, every check. So it's not a handout. We got to have a real movement for one in this country, not anything that's gender related. I'm not touching that one. I mean, yeah, we definitely need to continue on the movement of us together fighting for issues that matter to us all. But I don't know what gender has to do with it. Maybe I would like to include gender because there are people out there that don't feel like they're being heard. I mean, if they want to pick a pronoun, what they want to do with their life, that's their choice, it's their life. It's not the government's choice. So anyway. One Love movement. Oh, I like that. One Love movement. I like that. I had an idea, but I haven't told anybody. I'm really not happy with the Black Lives Matters Global Foundation organization. And I thought about creating a 401c just called Matter. M-A-T-T-E-R. That's it. Well, it gets confused when all the other things come into play. I hear you. All right, Bruce. Hey, listen, thank you, buddy. You're one of my best friends on TikTok, and we're gonna get through this book.
We're gonna get through it.
We're gonna get through it. It's just so much going on right now, and I want to thank everybody. What did you say, Bruce?
I wish you much success up on showing houses that you'll just, you know, as a daughter of God, that people will just find favor.
This is gonna be my year. I don't care.
And just buy it. You know, I want to buy it.
You see me go through it, Bruce, man. You see me go through it, right?
Yeah.
It is not easy being an entrepreneur. Bye, Fallen Angel. It is not easy. Let me tell you something. And when I tell people that I have to work 10 times harder in the real estate game because of the color of my skin, and people go, no, it's not about color. Get the hell out of here. I'm a minority in my town. And could you imagine me knocking on every person's door? White people be like, what the heck is going on? You know, it don't matter what, my man is white, but it don't matter. When I knock on your door, you're gonna see a Black woman. That is something that you don't have to worry about when you're a white person. You don't have to think the Black woman who's a real estate agent. My color gets attached to everything that I do. It really pisses me off. Yeah. You said, yes, that's basically what I'm hitting on BLM. Where did all the cash go they got? I've already did that segment. A lot of it went to the families that were fighting, you know, with all these attorneys and stuff like that. They did put money, but what I'm saying, they did put money towards the BLM's movement. But my thing is, where are they now?
That's right.
Where are they now? So if they don't start doing something about it, I'm gonna start doing something about it. But I gotta get more followers on TikTok. Because as soon as I get over, you know, 100,000, then I can go get a 401c, and then I want to call it Matter, right? So it's inclusive. Like, we got to be inclusive. There's more white people in the world. You can't just have a Black movement, okay? There's more white people here. We need them as an ally, okay? It's the numbers, they matter, and we need them on our side. So Matter, and then getting everybody to hop on board too. Honestly, I would love to recreate a Black Wall Street with that money. Like, let's get a block. Let's redo it. And they better not be bringing no drones. All right, you guys, I gotta go. Bye, Bruce. See you later.
Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye.